So the Seattle Police Department has not been protecting protesters at all when it comes to people trying to attack, kill, and maim protesters with their vehicles. Just over the weekend, we had Summer Taylor killed by this car who was speeding down supposedly this exit to I-5 going backwards. Why was that not blocked off by either Seattle Police Department, Washington State Troopers, etc.? Mayor doesn't give a shit. Seattle Police Department does not give a shit. So, people who have been supporting the protesters in their vehicles have been trying to protect the protesters, so we don't have more people getting murdered like Summer Taylor was, and the other person who was also critically injured as well in that violent attack. And again, it's not the first time when protests were happening up on, well, I should say, they're still happening up on Capitol Hill around what is formerly CHOP or Chaz. A vehicle sped through there. Somebody put their life on the line to stop that person. They ended up getting shot. And then we also have, I believe, on the same night where Summer Taylor and the other individual was also hit by the car, there was a off-duty Seattle Police Department officer in a blue vehicle who multiple times tried to hit protesters with their vehicle. Cops let them go. Nothing. So again, cops aren't out there protecting people, aren't out there protecting the protesters. So the people themselves are coming, in support and community aid by using their vehicles, and look what happens. This is Pay the Fee Tiny Library on Twitter. SPD does not intend to let us have our own vehicle protection, wants to penalize our volunteer drivers harder. Literally, how fucked up is that? Right? The cop's job is supposed to protect and serve, would be protecting peaceful protesters from these freaking maniacs who are trying to kill and run down peaceful protesters out there protesting police brutality, and the cops aren't letting the people do that because the cops are failing to do their fucking jobs. I mean, for fuck's sake.
We want you to know, this is tonight. This is our response tonight. We've made contact. We're trying to work something out. We've given you a warning. We've given minimal citations. Correct. But tomorrow night, we could have more citations. We could cite all cars, and we could tow the cars if you refuse to move them. So we just want you to understand.
Put the fucking mask over your nose, you asshole.
That have to be honored here for everyone's safety. You guys are not trained. You don't have vehicles that are equipped for it. You have no emergency vehicles.
The reason that the protesters and the people that's supporting them are having to use their own vehicles because Seattle Police Department, Washington State Patrol, Seattle City government, Durkin's office has been an abject failure when it comes to protecting peaceful protesters from people trying to kill and maim them with their fucking vehicles. Okay? Jesus Christ.
Or anything to assist in directing traffic. That's not your job, frankly.
Well then, shouldn't it be your job, you fucking fascist authoritarian, to actually protect the peaceful protesters from getting killed and maimed, oftentimes from, off-duty police officers themselves? I mean, for fuck's sake.
We've accommodated you a great deal tonight, and we want you to be able to exercise your First Amendment rights, but it has limits.
So, what are the limits? So people can't protect themselves and the police fail to protect them? That's pretty ridiculous.
You do time, place, and manner restrictions on all of your exercise of First Amendment rights. So,
What a fucking fucker. This guy was on the ground during the taco arrest on July 2nd. He still refuses to wear his mask properly to fight, despite being instructed how, and eventually fixing it over his nose then. He is fake nice and joked, "My nose is too big. They seem so concerned about my mask." I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, idiot. This is fucking ridiculous, incredibly insensitive. Someone has literally died a couple days ago. Again, Summer Taylor, I believe, worked full-time as a vet tech, and on their spare time, they were out there protesting in the streets, literally putting their life on the line for the Black Lives Matter movement, and they're killed the result because people like in the Seattle Police Department, state troopers, mayor's office did not care enough to protect the peaceful protesters. Again, that wasn't the first time that people have tried to run over these protesters. It's fucking ridiculous. And all they can focus on is how they can restrict our rights further while claiming it is for our safety. These vehicles are here, again, exactly. This is the point. These vehicles are here because SPD has failed us entirely from the start. On point. Pay the fee, tiny library. And it's frankly not your job part is fun. Super condescending to say that folks don't know how to safely protest. If it's not our job, then fucking do yours, i.e. serving the people. Exactly. And another point while I'm at it, Governor Inslee, it's the Washington State Governor, could you please make it clear that wearing a mask incorrectly, e.g. not covering the nose, does not count, right? I mean, for fuck's sake. Again, the people would not having to be protecting the protesters themselves if the Seattle Police Department, Washington State Troopers, Mayor's office actually took protecting protesters' life seriously, okay? I mean, for fuck's sake, somebody out there just fucking died. God damn. Again, Seattle Police Department not out there protecting the protesters. It's actually the people themselves doing that. So what do we need the fucking police for? They're not out there protecting and serving. When the Proud Boys were, counter protesting last weekend, the Proud Boys, the organization that has been designated a hate group by the Anti-Defamation League, they were out there protecting them, letting them get away with brutalizing the BLM protesters, macing them, etc. And then when a black man goes up to the police saying that this happened, what do you think happened? They were the ones that were fucking arrested. Defund the police, work towards abolishing them, use that massive amount of money and resources for programs of social uplift to actually address the root causes of crime. So invest in things like education, housing, healthcare, jobs, UBI, environmental justice, organic agriculture, mental health services, arts, sports. Anything would be better than giving it to these fucking people who can't even protect protesters from getting hit by a fucking car when the highway's closed down, for fuck's sake. Come on, Jesus Christ.